and welcome back to my channel, guys. How is it going? What's going on? Today I'm going to be talking about all the stuff. So I got my tea so we can have a little tea time and discuss my journey so far with weight loss, alternate day fasting, 75 hard, and all the things, my workout program, and just I'm going to be spilling my experience. So grab your tea and let's do this. So a little history about myself. I am a fitness instructor, and I became a fitness instructor through a very unfortunate time in my life. I went through a very depressing time, and two things that saved me out of my slump, and that was the gym. Well, first and foremost, that was God, and then the gym. And I became in love with it. I became in love with loving myself again, taking care of my body, and as well as my spiritual life. I saw the correlation between the two, and I really just excelled in that. So I became a fitness instructor, and from there, I went full speed ahead with it, and I did really well, had many clients, and again, but learning bodies, learning different bodies, learning how people's bodies respond to different exercises, and how people's bodies respond to different nutrition plans, as well as my own. And my first huge transformation, I actually did a bikini competition. That was a highlight for me, as well as one of the most, how do I put this? One of the worst things that could ever happen to me. And I'll explain why it was one of the worst things that could ever happen to me. Because I constantly compare myself to that moment. Yeah, I constantly compare myself to that moment, and just, I'll insert a picture right here. I just constantly, to this day, still compare myself to this moment. While I was doing that, though, it was extreme. It was extreme dieting. It was extreme workout plan, and it was extremely isolating myself to get results. So I did that, I accomplished it, and then slowly, when I came off of that program, after I finished the competition, I didn't place, but I was so proud of my own accomplishment. And then I slowly started to get back into normal life, still working out, still training other clients, but easing up on the strictness and easing up on the routine, and doing my own thing. And then fast forward to maybe 3 years later, I was literally back at my starting out weight, which when I first started, I'm a very petite person. I'm 5'2", 5'3", maybe 5'2", and very small frame person. So like tiny person. But I found myself at 200 pounds, which looked excessive on me because I'm so short. It was in the right places, so my body is proportioned. I'm very hourglass shaped, so that saved me a bit, but I was unhealthy and just, So after that drastic 200, almost 100, well, yeah, about 80-pound weight loss, I gained it all back. With more muscle, more definition, still shaped well, but gained back a ton of weight. And I, again, found myself in that feeling of just feeling bad. And I decided to get a trainer that I would go and see. Because the first time I did my competition, I did it just by somebody giving me direction, and I followed it on my own. This time I realized maybe it would be better if I trained with somebody. So I did that. I trained with somebody. It went well with the trainer. I definitely enjoyed his training techniques. He was an amazing trainer. Loved the experience. I did get into some supplements my second time around because I decided I'm going to do another show. So I realized, or I came to the conclusion that the only way that I would be able to get to my goal was to attach it to something, and I am used to attaching it to a bikini competition. So I did that. I attached it, again, another huge transformation. I attached it to enrolling myself in a show in 2018, and I did that. I did not come in as small as the first time that I did it, and I'll put a picture here. Right? But again, a huge transformation. Again, it was great. I was taking some different supplements, and as soon as I was done this competition, went to Thailand, got back, because it was my 40th birthday as well, and then I went back into normal life. At this point, I wasn't training people as much either. I was just in the corporate work field at this point, and still moderately maintaining my health and fitness presence and my voice in the health and fitness industry, but I was not being 100% to myself or my own journey, and again gained. So at that show, the last show in 2018, I hit this stage at about 130, and then found myself 40 pounds heavier again. Yeah. So weight loss for me has only been successful when it was tied to bikini competitions. And that life of bikini prepping and where I'm at in life right now, it was constantly clashing, and it was making it difficult for me. And I started to feeling like I was going back into a depressive state. And that just is a no-no, because the devil, no, we're not doing that. We're not getting depressed because we have things to do. So I'm here talking myself out of this. As well, it's so crazy. My spiritual life was like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. The church I was going to, I like the church, but there's just issues. There's people going to the church. I don't want to be like, there's just attacks left, right, and center. I give nobody in my situations that is attached to me in any of these situations, I give nobody credit, okay, for making me leave a church or making me feel a certain way. It's all a growth process for me, and I just needed to figure out the best way possible to get through these situations. So that's pretty much where this new journey has now begun. So that's my history leading up to now. So where I'm at now is really finding ways to live the healthiest I can, with a balance with my everyday life. Yes, I'm a mother of 4, but I have only 2 at home now. I actually have 2 adult children. One will be 27 this month. I have a 24-year-old this year, and then I have an 18-year-old at home and a 13-year-old at home. So I'm not a mom that children are hindering my process at all. Yeah, so by no means am I a mother that children come into play in terms of difficulty with living a healthy lifestyle. I'm over that hump, ladies and gentlemen. But I needed to come to terms of what I can do to live a lifestyle rather than living just for specific time frames in life. So that is where I'm at now. And one of the things that I've done is I've teamed up with a very reputable company, and that is Beachbody. I actually used to do their programs here and there, and I really enjoyed them, like P90X and Insanity, Hip Hop Abs, you know, if you know, you know, and with those DVD cassettes. So when they, you know, those infomercials hit your TV, and I ordered, and I really enjoyed doing them, and never realized that I could be a part of it more in depth. So in 2020, when the pandemic hit, that was another story, and we all gained the COVID weight. Well, so I gained the 40 after the last show, and then I gained some more weight because of COVID, sitting around just eating, going to Walmart and Costco. That was the outing. That's what we did. So that started to happen, and I was like, enough is enough, right? So I started to, Beachbody came up one night while I was lying there, because you know, the Lord will answer when you ask. And Beachbody came up, and I was like, you know what? I actually really enjoyed this. So I signed up for it, and I was doing that and enjoying it, not really seriously, but I was like, okay, I can do this. I saw some amazing nutrition plans within it, and I was like, okay, it's doable, you know, and I started to slowly get into it. So after doing the program for a while, I started to get a little bit uninspired with the Beachbody as well. But I was like, honestly, Lord, I don't want to sign up for something again. And I know it could work, just, you know, help me to get through this. And lo and behold, with that prayer, I was connected. So first I was connected via YouTube with Angie Belmari. I really, really love her. Check out her channel, so motivational. And I was like, wow, okay, she does Beachbody too, but she's also into YouTube. So like she's doing both. And I'm like, okay, sis, I need to like know more about what it is that you're doing, how you're doing it, and like didn't even realize I had a coach on Beachbody. So I was speaking to a very close friend of mine about, you know, what I want to do for my life in terms of my own journey, as well as the business side of it, and just wanted to really use my Beachbody platform. And she's like, I know somebody that's super amazing that I'm connected to, and she's like really killing it here, who is Kim Fitzpatrick. And I was like, okay, tell me more. And then I researched Kim, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then I met with her, and we totally connected. She became my coach. I became a coach as well under her. And, you know, Bob's your uncle. We are really working together to build businesses within Beachbody. But this has brought me to a point where I'm learning to live a lifestyle, proper nutrition, workouts, different workouts. The platform has so many different workouts, and they're always new, fresh, exciting. It's really an amazing program, and you can do it at home. I am a gym girl, and I do take my the workouts to the gym with me. But if you don't go to the gym, perfect. And sometimes I do my workouts at home. So I have the workouts down pat. The food portion of it, so there's 2 eating streams on it. There's intuitive eating. I'm not good at that. And then there's portion control. I think that serves me way better than the intuitive eating. So that has been working for me as well. So I've learned myself. I've learned what appeals to me, how long I can stay on a program. If the program's too long, I get uninterested, and then I'll start to skip workouts, skip meals, stuff like that. And so I'm learning to do shorter workout plans. And as for my eating, the portion control is amazing, but there was still something missing for me. So here's where we get into alternate day fasting. So I did try keto. I didn't like the way it made me feel. And then I am a faster. So fasting, though, was never connected to weight control for me. Fasting was always connected to my spiritual life, and I've done that many times. On my old channel, I did do a video I will connect it here for my old channel about my 21-day fast. So I am a faster, so fasting does not really, it's not hard for me. I know there's a couple of alternate day fasting people on YouTube that I've been watching. Colleen, Marie, I love your content. So they talk about struggling and take baby steps into getting into fasting. I could fast forward through that part because I was a faster for spiritual reasons prior to. But I love fasting. But it was how to fast, the best way for me to fast, for weight control. That's where I had to learn. And so I did some intermittent fasting. That doesn't work for me. It's not giving for me. I like to either I'm eating that day or I'm not eating that day. That's easier for me. And this is what has brought me to ADF, which I am loving thus far. So I started about a month ago. I've already dropped 12 pounds, as well as my dog is just drinking his water. Did you hear that? Just, buddy, come on. Yeah, so I don't even remember what I was just saying. Okay, that was quite the disturbance. So yes, I started about a month ago. So now where I'm at with all of this is my workouts are under control through my Beachbody and my coaching and my virtual gym. Awesome. When I am eating, I am learning how to properly do portion control. That's amazing as well. And now I'm incorporating the alternate day fasting because I do have extra weight that I want to take off. And I also just like to fast. I like to give my body a break. And again, with my spiritual life, it just all goes together. It's the perfect lifestyle for me. Okay, so if you're ever wondering about alternate day fasting, I think it's an amazing thing to do. I think fasting is something that we all should be doing. The body doesn't need us to constantly be giving it so much food all the time. I mean, there's more of a scientific explanation for that, but we tend to feel like we have to shove food in our mouth all the time in order to function, and that's just not true. And I think that we've been eating so much things that are not good for us. Even if you are a healthy eater, unless you are growing everything on your own and you know exactly how everything has been grown and all of that, then you could use your body could use the break from the things that we do consume. So I am all for fasting, and I don't think it's extreme at all. How long will I alternate day fast? I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the journey and I am really enjoying that. So I'll be sharing more of my alternate day fasting on this channel, and because I think it needs to, there's an amazing community starting and I want to be a part of that. So I'm going to share my journey as well. Okay, so that's alternate day fasting, my history, alternate day fasting, my workouts. And then, so another thing that I've really loved to incorporate in my life is 75 hard. So Andy Friselli, he is a very straight to the point type of individual. I love him, and for my discipline in life, and for my entrepreneurial life and getting myself on track, one of the things that I do struggle with is staying consistent to my own goals. And I'm not talking about weight loss, just in general, like writing my book, my YouTube channel, my social media strategy, my blog. Like, I have so many aspirations and goals, and for me to stick to them, boy, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me. So I definitely am somebody that needs structure. I think everybody needs structure. And if you think, and then when I think about like how well I did with the bikini competitions, I kind of needed that structure for my life. Do you understand? Yeah. So 75 hard was something I stumbled upon. I've seen a lot of people talking about it and saw amazing results physically from it, but that's not really what captivated me about it. I just like his explanation. He has a podcast, the 75 Hard podcast, and Andy Frisella talks about something that really struck a chord with me. And he was like, you know, he's done lots of research about how people stick to their goals and stick to breaking habits, building new habits. And he was like, for 75 days, like he's done all the things, right? And he picked out these 5 tasks that people should do for 75 days straight. And not a lot of people can stick to it. Because it's as easy as it seems, it's very hard to stay consistent because the tasks they're wrapped around life decisions and time management and saying no to outside things and staying true to what you are trying to attain. So the 5 things are working out 45 minutes a day, 2 workouts, 45 minutes a day. 1 has to be outside. So that's one thing. Drinking a gallon of water a day. That's the second thing. The third thing was taking a profile picture of yourself every day. The fourth thing is sticking to a meal plan. And then the 5th thing is every day you need to read something, 10 pages for like self-help development, a book, 10 pages a day. So I have attempted to do 75 hard 3 times. I failed twice. The last time I'm going to do it again because I just feel like I could have done it better. I'm pretty sure I did kind of mess up a little bit, to be honest with you. There was a couple times where I'm like, did I do that or didn't I do it? So I was like, I want to do it again. The hardest part of 75 hard for me was the profile picture. Believe it or not, that was so annoying. Getting up every day, I decided I picked out the same outfit, I put it in the same spot, and then every day I'd wake up or I would do my workout, and when I come back to shower, I would put that on. I'd shower, put that on, take my picture, and then be done. It was so hard to do. That was the hardest part. But the structure that it gives you, it definitely sets you on a path of success and breaking habits. And I did see the huge impact in my life from doing 75 hard. So moving forward, what I will be doing for myself is my Beachbody workouts, portion control eating, 75 hard, on and off throughout the year. I'll take some breaks, and then alternate day fasting along with my portion control. And I really am excited to have some direction long term. There's no stopping somewhere. That's just, that's the journey right now, and that's exciting for me. That's something that I think will work for my life at this point. Just helping me stay on track, helping me to meet my goals, and really starting to discover some things about me and start to build some really great habits that I think I need in this point in my life, or at this point in my life. Okay, so in all, that's pretty much what I'll be doing moving forward, like I just said to you. But I guess let's discuss what hasn't been working for me. So throughout what I've just shared with you in my my journey so far. So things that have not worked for me is not having a plan. So you have to have a plan in order to succeed. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? Another thing that I've discovered that does not work for me, and this is a hard one for me and I'm working on it, is alcohol. Throughout this journey, throughout most of my adult life and teenage life, I have drank a lot of alcohol. It is something that I do for social reasons, even by myself. I actually do enjoy it, but it does not work well with me, and I am working on that habit. So 75 hard, sorry, that's another thing in 75 hard is you cannot have alcohol. So being on that really helped me to stay away from that. And then by doing it, I've realized how much alcohol has affected me negatively in terms of even like just my overall mood. The next day feeling very sick, not feeling good internally. I believe it's for vaginal health, everything. It just affects a lot of things in my body. So alcohol does not work for me. Sugar as well. So this one, so I have allergies. I've always grown up like allergy. I was a preemie, everything. I got everything, right? And so when I started to become serious, I realized even from doing my shows and stuff, when I eliminated sugar, I'm not as itchy in my body. And I realized when I'm not on a regimen, I go through extreme itchy feelings in my body, my scalp. I get very itchy, yeast infections, all that kind of stuff. So sugar does not go well with my body. That's another thing that does not work for me. And just overall toxic relationships, staying away from situations that cause me to be anxious, that cause me to be uncomfortable. That is another thing that does not work for me. So learning to say no to a lot of gatherings, certain situations, until I can healthily heal, get over, or learn how to interact in certain situations. So that's pretty much where I'm at with my journey right now. And I'm looking forward to what is to come. I can't wait to share that with you guys. And that's what this channel is about here. I'm doing the things, and I want you to be a part of that and come along on the journey with me and let me know where you're at with your journey. And if you've made it this far in this video, please subscribe, stick around, and comment below. Let me know what you're doing, what you're working on. Are you an alternate day faster? Did you do 75 hard? Are you on a weight loss program? Do you do Beachbody? Let me know. And you can always join me as well in my virtual gym. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love sharing my journey with you guys. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time, guys, see you later. Bye.